Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe now. Also make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. If you would like to follow me on social media, all of that is linked in the description. And let's get into it. I'm actually doing a sponsored video by The Secret of Weight, and I've really gotten into this book. You may see me looking down because I wrote some notes, but this she's not a doctor by any means or a nutritionist or anything like that. She based this book off of her experiences, which is great because we want to know as average people that we can utilize tips and tricks and things like that from another average person, and it's actually going to work. So for me, this is amazing. As you go through the chapters, you see how just the average person like you and me can lose pounds by not looking at weight as something that is a chore, basically, but looking at it is in terms as bettering ourselves and cleansing our bodies from, you know, a lot of toxic things that we put in that we shouldn't be putting into our body. Also in this book, before we really get into the whole calorie thing, this book is made for someone who is trying to lose weight, trying to gain weight, and trying to maintain weight. Now, this book is targeted towards women, but it doesn't discourage men from using some of the same concepts. So don't feel like, oh, it's just talking about women, this isn't going to work for me, because you can utilize some of the same concept. The first chapter goes over the methods, how she uses her methods, the terms that she gives, and she puts them in terms for you to understand. So that is great. The first chapter, let's go to it, is the method. Right here in chapter 1 just basically goes over everything as far as, you know, the misconception of calories, how we process, how we think. She also goes over the recommended daily intake. We all have a recommended daily intake. So she goes over that, and that I found is very important when it comes to losing weight or maintaining weight. So in terms of calories, you kind of look at calories as a budget, as being reimbursed for calories that you don't use, kind of, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean you get to make them up on another day though, so don't think that. Also, it goes over pitfalls to avoid. You know, we all get stuck in a rut when it comes to wanting to lose weight. A lot of times our mind gets to us, but this book is great in helping you to stay on track, to get on track, to teach yourself a cycle, to look at things, how her method works versus other methods is something that she goes over in this book as well. She's taken her time. She's, you know, found what works for her, done her research as far as her methods versus other methods. So I love everything in this book, by the way. Just saying, gives you a few tricks of the trade. It goes over the conclusion. She also talks about what happens when you go over your daily calorie intake. So looking at it as a budget instead of looking at it as a chore is much better in helping you stay on track. Another thing she talks about in the book is how going over your calories will affect you, whether you're losing, gaining, or trying to maintain. This is very important. So that in this book, it basically goes over a lot of how calories affect your diet. There are other factors too that is discussed in this book, but one of the biggest things that we kind of overlook when we're losing, gaining, and trying to maintain is calories. And calories are very important because fats, sugars, salts, and other things can affect calories, because essentially bad sugars, bad fats, they turn into unwanted calories. So those are very important things to look at. This book it can be your stepping stone, and it has an app. I think this book will help out tremendously in that aspect. Not a lot of money. I will leave the link down below to the book and to the app so that you can purchase the book and download the app for yourself. So if you have any questions, guys, please make sure you leave your questions in the description. I'm glad you guys watched this video. I know it's off the realm of what we usually do on this channel, but things always come up and change, and life is about changing. So this will help in that aspect of you trying to lose, gain, or maintain your weight. So make sure you are following me along in my journey. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you have your bell notifications turned on so you get notified every time I upload a video. Also, if you would like to follow me on social media, all of that is linked in the description. As always, make sure to comment if you have any questions or anything like that. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.